My name is Aussie Marcel, the most luscious locks on YouTube, and in today's video we're going to be looking at long-lasting warm weather fragrances. And today is warm, it's humid, and it's a classic disgusting Australian day. So let's get into it. First up, I'm going to go with an absolute classic, Davidoff's Cool Water. You can pick this one up for about $25 for 100 ml. Every man should own a bottle of this. It smells like you're walking through a rainforest. It's aromatic, it's just a fantastic fragrance, and it lasts a decent amount of time as well. So if you haven't tried this, which I really doubt if you're watching my video, definitely check it out. Super cheap, long lasting, worth picking up. Next up is the fragrance that I'm wearing today, Dunhill Desire Red. This is not your typical warm weather fragrance. It's sweet and it's got a huge vanilla note, but performance is fantastic for the price. I think this cost me about $35 and it came in a gift set with this bottle. And yeah, for that price, it's absolutely worth checking out. Definitely if you're a fan of vanilla. Next one, I'm gonna be the first to admit, it's not the most long-lasting of the fragrances I'm showing today. However, there's just something so summery about it. I put this one on after I work out, like after I have a shower, after I've worked out, and it's just a revitalizing scent. Calvin Klein Eternity. It's a very herbaceous, it's green, and undoubtedly masculine. Performance isn't the best, but it's up there for a Calvin Klein fragrance. I would recommend it Intense, however, it is probably not the most warm weather suitable fragrance. Just my opinion. Anyways, you can find this one for about $30. Definitely check it out. Next up, we're going to do a fragrance that I have recommended many times before and will continue recommending into the future. Silver Scent Pure. Fabric softener with a lemon twist. This one smells absolutely fantastic. It is a beast. It lasts 12 hours plus on my skin. And better still, you can pick this one up for under $35 at Chemist Warehouse. It's almost the perfect hot weather fragrance, but don't overspray it because you can stink out a room, especially in the heat. Maybe it's a little too... There's just something about it that's maybe a little powdery that you may not enjoy, but give it a chance, wear it a couple of times, and let me know in the comments below if you're a fan of this one as well, because it's fantastic for the money. Next one is probably the cheapest one I'm going to recommend today. You can pick this up for $15 on special. Certain places, it really depends. French Connection Friction. Now this is an interesting fragrance because it is an aquatic lavender fragrance. I sprayed it on my hand, it smells fantastic. It reminds me of going shopping at Factory when I was at uni. There's a store chain in Australia called Factory that sells like cheap clothes, cheap fashionable clothes. And I just remember it being like really humid and just lathering myself in this. Stinking out the place. Nah, I was never that bad, but this is a very different sort of warm weather fragrance, but there's enough sea notes, aquatic notes here to make it viable in the warm weather. And for a cheaper fragrance, this definitely lasts. So check it out. I think I recommended this the other day actually. Paco Rabanne's Invictus Aqua. This is a beast. It lasts so long. Just a ridiculous amount of time. It's got that slightly animalic ambergris note, and it's woody as well. Sort of, yeah, it's a very dense warm weather fragrance. You've probably smelled Invictus before, but you may not have smelled Invictus Aqua. So check this one out. It's maybe the most expensive one on the list, bar one that is limited edition / discontinued. But yeah, this one's really dense. Don't overspray this in the heat, but it does last long and it is summer appropriate. Smells good. But that ambergris note in it may be a little off-putting. It's not too out there. I wouldn't go so far and say it's a major animalic fragrance like Kuros or, you know, one of the Montel fragrances or anything like that. But definitely check this one out, especially if you like aquatic fragrances. It's like beachy. It's a beachy fragrance. Next one is probably the most mature one of the bunch. Karl Lagerfeld's Bois de Vedava. And it has an immaculate vetiver note in it. I just love the, you know, what I love about this fragrance is that when I first smelt it, like I picked it up at a good price. I think I picked it up for $40 at Priceline. I absolutely thought it was the most boring thing I've ever smelt, but it's really grown on me. This is one of those uniquely masculine fragrances. Plus it's got an awesome bottle design. Huge vetiver note, green, a little spicy. Good for summer, good for the office, good for work. Hell, I'd even wear it on a date. This room's gonna smell good after this. That's a good all-rounder. You can wear that. This is a versatile fragrance. Wear it whenever you want. You can get it for about $40 Australian if you're lucky. Like I often end with these fragrances. But yeah, maybe you haven't tried this one before. If you haven't, definitely check it out. Also, if I repeated myself, I apologize. And last but not least, the most expensive on the list, if you can't get it at a good price because it's been discontinued, I believe. Issey Miyake's Yuzu, however you want to pronounce it. The opening for this is so bright and citrus heavy, but it's not your typical like orange, bergamot, or lemon, or lime. It's yuzu, and it smells a little tart. I'm not gonna waste this spraying it in the air, but if you can find this at a good price, definitely check it out because it's super warm weather appropriate and it's an absolute beast. I wore this one last night after I showered. I think I showered at like, I want to say like 5 in the afternoon, and I could still smell it at 12 when I went to bed. This is a fantastic fragrance and further proof that Issey Miyake's fragrances are some of the best bang for the buck fragrances you can possibly buy. Anyways, that concludes the list for today. If you've ever worn any of these, let me know in the comments below. Let me know your favorite of the bunch. And till the next video, my name is Aussie Marcel, most luscious locks on YouTube. I'll catch you guys around.